So apparently Pamela Anderson's agent rejected this script without telling her about it. And then a few years later, Pamela Anderson came across this script, liked it, wanted to do it, and fired her agent, which I think is really interesting. And it feels quite ironic, but I haven't worked out why yet. This is a story about the times moving on and people being surplus to requirement and people who were once seen as big, glitz and glamorous celebrities being kicked to the curb. And part of me thought, wow, Pamela Anderson, this must have been very, very cathartic for her. And also she must have been like the perfect casting for this. She even like improvises a line where she's supposed to say, I'm in my 50s and I'm beautiful, but she says, I'm 57 and I'm beautiful, which makes me feel like she's maybe bringing her own emotions into this at times. I'll say that I don't think the story was like incredible. It was like a proper drama, which meant that the story was actually quite personable and quite relatable, but maybe not too exhilarating, and that a lot of the efforts and the heavy lifting was down to the actors and their relationships with each other. So very, very basic stuff. But I will also say that Pamela Anderson's performance was as good as any of the ones in the nominees this year for the Oscars. I thought she was absolutely fantastic, and you couldn't help but relate to her. I couldn't help but relate to Pamela Anderson. If you haven't clocked onto it already, this is something I'm going to recommend to people who feel poignant about the past, who feel nostalgic constantly, and they just want to weep about that emotion, because that's what this film does. And if a film can make me feel that, then I'm 26, I feel nostalgic about very few things, but the list will grow. I think that's a bigger indictment than I could possibly give for something being a good film in terms of making you empathise with those people.